create shots one-on-one.
Donovan Mitchell now with 4 assists. Mobley has 8 points, 6 rebounds, and an impressive throwdown.
Yeah, but I mean, Donovan Mitchell's just making plays. We said he's averaging under 3 assists a game in the playoffs. Already has 4 in this game. We're only 14 minutes into the game.
Mitchell picks up the foul. Cleveland's got its largest lead. Deflection there by Mobley, who brings a 7-foot 4-inch wingspan to the party.
Yeah, Evan Mobley, a hard guy to pass around. And this isn't a team with great overall size. They've got Allen and Mobley, but they're fairly small, like especially right now on the perimeter.
Robinson puts it up. Rebound, battled for, Reed claims it. Sasser, shooting practice, off. And a loose ball foul called on the inside against the Cavaliers.
Well, we talked about shooters drawing fouls. Guys who consistently attack the offensive glass will draw fouls and put other teams in foul trouble.
So Mitchell picks up the personal. That's his second. Robinson lost it for a moment. Shot clock is down to 7. Reed one-on-one with Wade. Reed off one leg. And it's knocked over to Schroeder.
Cavalier defense in the half court right now has been outstanding.
And a foul is called as Mitchell made his way towards the rim. Pistons have missed their last 5 shots, and the foul is called on this move. They could have called Sasser. They got Cunningham on the second swipe.
Well, they were both obvious fouls. You're right. They could have called either one.
So it sends Mitchell to the free throw line for the first time tonight. Tied an NBA record with 39 points in a half, most in the playoffs, tying Sleepy Floyd. That was back in game 4. It's win or go home. Get the NBA app to follow the trend shaping this game. Go behind the scenes in the Moments tab and tap to watch games live. Download the NBA app today.
If I'm the Cavs down here, if I'm the Pistons, I know the Cavs are switching everything. I'm going to get Donovan Mitchell on Cunningham, and Cunningham can attack. Mitchell's got 2 fouls. Early in the game, he was switching very aggressively. Not so much now. This is a time Cade Cunningham can really take advantage of that switch.
Free throw attempts. The last 5 games, Cleveland has 157. Detroit has 93. Tonight, they are 3 of 7 at the line. The Pistons are 3 out of 5. Cunningham the bounce. Reed attacks, and it's denied by Allen.
That was a great block. Came out of Paul Reed's vision. Didn't see him coming, able to get the block.
The lead is 11 for Cleveland. Allen asking for it one-on-one with Harris. Turns, and he's hacked hard.
Here it is. Paul Reed thinks he's got this, but Jared Allen right there. I didn't like the foul down here by Tobias Harris. I think Tobias is strong enough to play Jared Allen. I would much rather have him try to score over the top, especially early in the game, and not give up fouls.
And that's another miss of the free throw line for Cleveland. Now 3 out of 8. Jenkins back in. He replaces Robinson. Cavaliers are trying to make their first trip to the conference finals without LeBron on the roster since 1992. 1 out of 2 for Jared Allen.
So you're saying LeBron elevated the Cavs franchise?
I think you can infer that.
Okay, yeah, I did.
I think you did. 38-26, Cleveland.
I like this. You got to go at Donovan Mitchell right now.
Harden helps off the double team. Thompson ducks inside, but could not finish it.
Well, Jared Allen doing a great job of rim protection right now. Made him alter his shot. I like the idea, though, of going at Donovan Mitchell with 2 fouls. He's starting to get rolling offensively, and you don't want to let him get going.
Mitchell gets it blocked by Thompson.
Well, that's Thompson's second block. Other than perimeter shooting, this guy does literally everything. That's the second one we've seen tonight, both of them coming from behind.
So the Cavaliers will have 8 seconds to work with. 8:07 mark of the second quarter. Harden gets it in for Mitchell. Defended tightly there by Harris. Mitchell trying to shake him off. Bounces. Allen. Extra. Harden had to shoot it. Another shot clock violation.
Yeah, James Harden's not a quick release shooter. He's the guy who likes to get the ball, massage it, dribble it, get his rhythm and go. And he's not comfortable when he gets tossed a grenade, as you call it, late in the shot clock.
38-26 Cavaliers. Cunningham has been held in check and misses on a 3-ball. And Harden gets fouled on the rebound.
I didn't like that from Cade. Cade's a very good three-point shooter, especially in the playoffs, but he got Mitchell switched onto him. Mitchell with 2 fouls, who has been playing passively because of that. Look how passive he was. Early in the game, Mitchell was switching aggressively. I know you've got room, but go at him.
Stan, the Pistons have missed their last 8 shots. And Cleveland has got a 12-point advantage. Schroeder, swing it, Merrill, he sticks a 3.
That's just an overhead. No reason for Cade Cunningham to be coming that far off of Sam Merrill, and that's Sam Merrill's 3rd made 3. And the 7th for the Cavaliers already. Dennis Schroeder here just making finish over Tobias Harris, and Duran is there.
It is a 10-0 run. The Cavaliers have answered the call on the road in Game 7.
Me lift up your gown, but your face so sweet. Wanna spin you around. If I go late, gang, I'll bring you around. All
right, Pistons fans, it is Sunday. It's time to go to the heavens. The highest flyers in the arena, presented by Discount Tire. Make some noise for the Extreme team. Extreme. Extreme. Cosmic. First off the tarmac. Over the fuse, off the glass, the blitz. One more time to Tornado. Another time to Showtime. Back over to Glitzer. It's a Venom Slam. The weather calls for lightning. Followed by a little Astro report. And you know Ace is in the place. Razor with a front flip. The Extreme team, the highest. Oh, wait a second. We're switching things up. Upside down. Cosmic, wait a second. Oh my! Let's go, Cosmic! Blitz 2 feet on the trampoline over the Venom. Showtime between the legs. Got it over the fuse. It's Ace's turn. Over the Twister. Razor between the legs to Astro. And this is Tornado Slam! Oh, it ain't over. Venom off the glass, the Blitz off the floor, the Lightning. One more time to Cosmic with a 360. That's crazy, Cosmic. What a slam. Tornado time. Oh, Razor off the glass, the fuse. Twister's got it. Ace, and this is showtime. Make some noise for the Extreme team.
Bring them out, bring them out, bring them out, bring them out.
By Discount
It's hard
Tire.
to yell when the barrel's in your mouth.
Come on.
Bring them out, bring them out. Hey.
All right, secure your 26-27 Piston memberships. Unlock playoff priority access, merchandise, events like Meet the Team. Go to Pistons.com/membership.
The whole city got pissed, heard he got 3. That other rapper got a hit, but shouted he not out. Who set the city on fire soon as he got free? The king back now. Raws don't even know how to act now. Hit the club, strippers getting naked before I sat down. Still ballin', money stacked tall in the shack now. Still push a button to let the roof on the lag down. I'm on the road doing shit.
Cavaliers have opened up a 15-point lead here in the second quarter. It's time right now for our Google search deep dive. Loud NBA home crowds, how they affect an away team during the playoffs, Stan. Obviously, you work the NBA, you can feel the crowd's energy, but you can also neutralize it, which what we're seeing right now from the Cavs.
Well, absolutely right. And I don't think it's so much that crowds negatively impact the visiting team. I think they can energize the home team, but you've got to give them something to cheer for and get loud about. If Detroit will make a little bit of a run, this crowd will come alive and can help them. If
you want to dive deeper into this or any NBA playoff topic, ask AI mode in Google search as Karis LeVert gives the crowd something to cheer about with a corner three.
Well, Karis LeVert's been very good in this series.
Allen had it knocked away. Cunningham tried to grab it. It's out of bounds. Last touch by Detroit. So the Cleveland lead is 12. The Pistons are shooting just 35% from the field. Stolen away by Cunningham. Off the inbounds from Harden.
Just a lazy inbounds pass.
Robinson takes it to the rim, and Schroeder was fouled on the play.
Yeah, I want to see this one if it's as bad as Schroeder's making it out to be. He's one of the guys who does some very good acting jobs in this league.
So Dennis Schroeder is still down. Robinson made his move, and he caught him with the left hand.
That's a good foul call, but come on.
Too much?
To see if it meets the criteria for a flagrant foul.
And now that's what he wanted. Dennis Schroeder's going to try to get him to look for a flagrant foul. J.B. Bickerstaff is arguing for a flop. I don't think that's a flagrant foul. That's normal arm movement going to the rim. It is a foul on Duncan Robinson. A good call. That's not flagrant.
So he took the
Replay
smack.
confirms the on-floor decision. There was no excessive, no wind-up, no impact, no follow-through. Therefore, this remains an offensive foul.
And Schroeder will not win the German Emmy.
He will not, no. He tried, though.
He did.
He tried.
But a foul is a foul, and it's going the other way. Cleveland takes over in front 41-29, just under 7 minutes to play in this first half.
What I did like from Schroeder there was very hard closeout to take away airspace for Duncan Robinson.
Cavaliers had a ton of turnovers in Game 6, 20 of them. And the Pistons scored 28 points off of those turnovers. Just 5 turnovers so far for Cleveland in the first half.
Yeah, 2 of those are 24-second violations.
Bank shot for Merrill.
Yeah, Merrill's been fantastic so far. The Cavs bench gave him very little in Game 6, but Merrill already in double figures today, the leading scorer in the game.
Allen fell down, but he was in the right spot for what was a pass from Cunningham. Harden gets the step, hooks it underneath. Allen the catch, and he lays it in.
Too many layups. Pistons don't normally give these up.
It's a 14-3 run. LeVert, baseline delivery. He's fouled. And Harden can't believe it.
Cleveland had 26 points in the paint in Game 6 for the entire game. They've already got 18 today, doing a great job attacking.
So Karis LeVert to the free throw line. Harden making his case. Kenny Atkinson helping the cause in the conversation with Kevin Scott. NASCAR returns to Prime next Sunday, 5 p.m. Eastern, one of the crown jewels of racing, the Coca-Cola 600 from Charlotte Motor Speedway. Who will take the checkered flag at NASCAR's longest race? NASCAR, it's on Prime.
Well, in the open, you highlighted 3 areas in this series. Turnovers, right now dead even. Offensive rebounds, edge to the Cavs. Threes, edge to the Cavs. And so they're up 14.
And three-point shooting, 7 of 16 from downtown. J.B. Bickerstaff just walks away from the official Mark Davis as the foul was called against Jenkins. And now he'll have what appears to be a one-sided conversation. Jenkins got part of Harden's arm, and then Harden reacted.
Well, that's James Harden's move that J.B. Bickerstaff's telling Mark Davis about. He throws his head back. There was nothing in that foul by Danis Jenkins that would cause your head to fly back. That's a flop and exaggeration to get the call. Now, there was a foul, okay? But J.B. Bickerstaff's right. There also was a flop.
You don't believe the hit on the arm leads to the whiplash?
I do not.
And J.B. Bickerstaff knows Harden very well from their days together in Houston. LeVert one-on-one with Allen, former teammates in Brooklyn. LeVert goes to work. Off the hesitation, Strus knocks it away. Everything is going Cleveland's way right now. 46-31 advantage.
It's the best defense I've seen out of Cleveland in the entire playoffs.
Sasser takes it away from Mobley. Angles in. Jenkins, corner pop. No. And the rebound, Mobley saves it ahead.
Excellent steal, though, by Marcus Sasser.
Harden one-on-one with Sasser. Now in his third year out of Houston. Harden's jumper is off. Offensive rebound for Merrill. Merrill turns around and comes up short. Allen's got the board, and he got fouled on the play.
I love what I'm seeing out of Jared Allen here early in the game. Very active on the glass. He's got 3 steals. He's got a block. He's altered 2 other shots. Now with his second offensive rebound of the day, and going to the line to try to get himself into double figures.
And Karis LeVert got Allen on the side of the head. Jenkins was checking his chicklets. Rebounding numbers in favor of Cleveland, 20-14. The Pistons out-rebounded the Cavs 43-40 in Game 6.
Well, look, they've got 2 more shots already than Detroit, and this will be their 6th free throw edition. So if you break that down, that's 5 more opportunities. Kenny Atkinson and J.B. Bickerstaff both talking about the importance of the possession game, and it has been so far. If Cleveland would make some free throws, I mean, they're 6 for 13. Yep. This game could be even worse.
The lead is 16 for the Cavaliers. Just under 5 minutes to go in the first half. Cunningham one-on-one with Harden. Blows by him and draws the foul.
I like that by Cade Cunningham. They need him to attack and make plays out of that.
Cunningham had a collapsed lung in mid-March. For him to come back from that and then excel as he has here in the postseason. We saw a duel for the ages in the first round with him and Paolo Banchero here at Little Caesars Arena.
We sure did. It was one of the most enjoyable games to watch. And that's 3 on James Harden. But you see Jared Allen again coming over, and Jared Allen prevented this from being a 3-point play by that contest. Harden staying on the floor with 3 fouls.
Cunningham now has 8 points. He's the high man for Detroit. Cleveland led by Sam Merrill off the bench with 11. Jared Allen has 10. Donovan Mitchell has 9. Harden gets it ahead. Settle in here. Merrill, no hesitation. He's got it! And the foul! A chance for 4. Sam Merrill is locked and loaded.
Well, Sam Merrill getting it done, 14 points. But again, this time it's Tobias Harris. Detroit's big guys are back. They're not up. They gave up 1 to Donovan Mitchell earlier. Now 1 to Sam Merrill. I think they've got to be up and either switch those aggressively or at least get up to the level of the screen.
Detroit's bench outscored Cleveland's 48-19 in Game 6. Completely different story tonight here in Game 7 thanks to Sam Merrill. Handed off to Jenkins, one-on-one with Merrill. Entry, Duren drives, Duren scores.
I like it. I like where he caught it, 2 feet in the paint, where he doesn't have to do a lot in making moves and right to the rim. These last 4 minutes, important for Detroit to cut this lead under 10 and get back in this game.
Pistons have had a tough time getting stops. Harden one-on-one with Harris. Fend off and fade. Doesn't go. Duren battling with Allen, the discard.
Oh, they're going to call that a jump ball. Very interesting. First of all, you called it the fend off. It's an extended arm push on James Harden. I don't know why they continue to let him get away with this, but that's a foul.
So Jared Allen got his hands on it. Duren was trying to rip it away, and the contact occurred. If the officials determined that it was a tie-up before the contact, that's the call on the floor.
That's correct. I didn't think, Lion, that he fouled him with his arm. I thought he pushed it.
Jump it up with Allen and Duren.
I'm wondering why there'd be a full 24 seconds on the clock.
Mark Davis waiting, instructing Duren to be in the right spot. And it's tapped to the sideline. And it's caught by the Pistons owner. Tom Gores with the grab. And Detroit will have the basketball.
Tom might want to get out there and play right now. He's a very competitive guy. It wouldn't help him now.
Can he shoot the three?
I don't think so.
Sasser. Too strong. No flow here for the Pistons. Cleveland, different story. Allen on the spin. He's fouled. Sasser tried to help. And Jared Allen is going back to the free throw line where he's 2 of 5 tonight.
I just am a little surprised by the Pistons' defense tonight, or lack of it. They haven't been up on those three-pointers. Then that one, they let Allen catch too deep, and then it's a bailout foul. This is not good enough defense by the Pistons.
The NBA family continues its season-long celebration of America's 250th anniversary. Through service and volunteerism, we honor the spirit, resilience, and unity that have shaped our nation for 2.5 centuries. Please join us as we honor America.
We're just used to a much more aggressive Pistons defense. Like the shooting problems, we've seen a lot. But the way they hang in games when they're going through that is with their defense and rebounding. They're not doing either one well tonight.
Cunningham fakes out Strus. Missed it. Strus, he tried to knock it off Cunningham. It's out of bounds. Detroit has come through 4-0 in elimination games so far in the postseason against Orlando and Cleveland, averaging 110 points per game in those elimination games. They've got 35 points right now with just over 3 minutes to go first half. Jenkins is off the mark, and Allen vacuums in another rebound.
Against the team, Ian, who is not a great defensive team. Middle of the pack during the regular season.
And another nice maneuver by Donovan Mitchell. The lead has ballooned to 20. The Cavaliers are having their way with the Pistons. The Spider step through. 55-35. Cavaliers getting it done in Detroit. More second quarter action when we come back here on Prime.
We got something special for you. This is the Henry Ford Health Ball Toss. You want one of these? Get out of your seat. Hands in the air. Make some noise. Oh, we got dancers headed to the floor. Hooper, it's time to send it up, baby. Oh, we going over to the east side of the arena. I need somebody on their feet. You gotta send it up to him, Hooper. 3, 2, 1. Oh, I see you, Hooper. Headed to the west side.
Make some noise.
It's the Henry Ford Health Ball Toss.
Hands up, let's go.
Hey, B.
Let the clip slam.
Hey, blow.
You know how much that is. Too much to give me cash, they had to wire me the back end. Niggas in here looking tough, you know that I got mag in. Ask me, am I only rapping? You know I got that bag in. Band man like Lonnie. When my head come find me. Lil' bro in that chillin', he ain't tryna come home cocky. He come home to $1 in a mansion.
Wanna say what up to G-Man?
Fresher than you and your stylist. Pay 90 for my grill and lost it, that's why I ain't smiling. You got shine, you got hit, you got grizz.
What up, Trick, baby?
They gon' think you a lobster.
What up, fam?
I just dropped a kid, you dropped out of school. These wanna be famous till they make the news. All my bitches winning, how it feel to lose. Nigga trying to get the box like he finna move. I'm at my pinnacle, I used to shop at Pinnacle. Yo, nigga still drink Pinnacle. Your taste is pitiful.
That's their run. We got to be better defensively. Again, we got to keep the three-point shot out of the game. You can tell that's what they're trying to get to. We got to stay physical, get to bodies, make them put the ball on the floor, but we got to contain the drives too. That's how the sprays happen.
Well, this is one of the threes J.B. Bickerstaff is talking about. Isaiah Stewart back in his drop coverage. Too much room for Donovan Mitchell. Just one of the examples Coach is talking about.
John Schumann from NBA.com checking in. The Cavaliers this season 26-0 when they had a lead of 20 points or more. And they've won 21 straight games where they've led by double digits. They're currently up by 20. Inside, Cunningham out of the timeout, gets it to go.
Wow, that was easy.
The issues have been on both ends, but certainly on this side of the floor. Mitchell floats it up, missed it. Thompson, quick outlet for Cunningham. Robinson ball fake. Robinson jumper, he's got it. He was defended by his former teammate in Miami, Max Strus. It's a three.
And just what we talked about, it just took 2 straight baskets, and now this crowd is energized. The lead's still 15, but they're into it now with the defense chant. You just got to give them something to go with.
2 minutes to go, first half. Mobley drives in, and he gets the lay-in with the left hand.
Outstanding job of being strong. That was good defense by Asar Thompson, and he just went through it.
The lead is 17. Harris missed it on the inside. And a loose ball foul as Harden took the hit.
I mean, Asar Thompson here is right on the ball, and then his arm, he hung on to it, and a great left-hand finish. Tobias Harris upset at the other end, thinking that he got fouled by Jared Allen.
Jalen Duren is called for the foul. And it's going to send Harden to the free throw line.
Now, Harden's only got 1 bucket tonight, and he's 2 for 4 at the free throw line. The last 2 road game 7s James Harden has played in, 2023 at Boston, to last year at Denver. He has not even cracked double figures.
Stay tuned for the half presented by AT&T. Taylor Rooks, Dirk Nowitzki, Steve Nash, Blake Griffin, Udonis Haslem. I saw a bunch of Game 7 Blazers on the set. So you'll see those featured at halftime.
Wow, yeah, I'll tell you what, I thought, you know, and I'm a fashion guy.
You are.
And I thought Blake Griffin and Udonis were particularly dapper tonight.
But not Steve and Dirk.
I mean, they were fine, but I thought the other 2 were even better.
The jumper doesn't go for Harris. He just cannot make a shot. Left hand, he's fouled.
Well, Harris, you know, averaging 19 in the playoffs, but over the last 3 games, he's only averaged 11.7 on 32%. Does a great job drawing the foul there. Would prefer going left as he does there, but they've got to get going and get some momentum. But look, this is not the best offensive team in the league, Detroit. If they're going to give up 59 points, they're going to struggle. They're going to have to clamp down at the defensive end.
Harris is 0 of 5 from the field. 2 points for Tobias Harris. The foul was called on Mobley. 1:20 left in the second quarter.
Listen, this one's far from over. The one thing we know about the Pistons, this might be the most resilient team in the NBA, and there's still 25 minutes to go in this one.
Pistons have scored 100 points or more in their last 7 games here in the postseason. They've been held to 42 thus far. Hesitation. Allen finishes and the foul. Another gorgeous setup with a tasty dish from Donovan Mitchell.
Well, I love what Donovan Mitchell's doing passing the ball tonight. That's 5 assists, and they're all for layups or dunks.
And Jared Allen continues to produce in the big moments. 14 points. And he can tack on another one here to match the largest lead of the night.
Well, how about this stat, Ian? 17 assists for Cleveland on 21 buckets. They have 17 assists. Detroit only has 14 buckets.
Allen is now 5 of 8 at the free throw line. He's got 15 points. The lead is 20. Under a minute to go. First half. Cunningham switch. Crossover on Schroeder. Cunningham, silky smooth.
He's got 12, and they're going to need him to just take over this game. Live in the paint and either score or make plays for other people.
38 seconds left. Second quarter. Mitchell against Thompson. Drives and kicks. Mobley. Strong to the rim. Bank shot goes. And one. Mobley against the grain goes window.
Well, Mobley does this all the time. This is his favorite move, either from the top or the wing. He loves to go to his left as he crosses over there and shoot it back with the right hand. That is a difficult shot, but it's his shot. And the Cavaliers' bigs have just been outstanding so far. 27 points between them. They're both 5 for 8 from the floor. Combined 10 rebounds and 5 assists.
Cunningham gets the personal. Jenkins in. Mobley misses on the free throw.
That's 8 missed free throws for Cleveland.
7-second differential. Winding down here in the first half. 20-point lead for the Cavaliers here in Detroit. Cunningham switch. Mitchell now defending it. Cunningham swings it, corner. Thompson, they need it. They got it. A three.
That's a huge bucket by a guy who's not much of a three-point shooter.
Allen layup doesn't go just before the horn. It was halfway down for Allen, who ended up on the hardwood. 17-point game at the break. The Cavaliers in front of the Pistons. The winner goes to the conference finals in the Eastern Conference to meet the New York Knicks. We'll send it to Taylor Rooks and the gang in the studio after this. You're watching the Eastern Conference semifinals on Prime, presented by State Farm.
Di babak kedua, di kuarter kedua ini 47-64. Semoga aja Detroit bisa mengejar ya supaya lebih greget gamenya sebentar ini. Terus sementara ini 47-64. Ya, bakalan ada perubahan dari pelatih Detroit ya untuk boosternya.
Once Donovan Mitchell got the steal, you knew the deal. Just racing the other way to go high in the sky, and nobody could deny Donovan getting the stuff, and that's enough to get in at number 5. On to number 4, where we always get up off the floor and tumbling out of the vault of heaven. It's that shooting star named Asar, letting loose on Max Strus with the two-handed swat.
Turnover lebih banyak di Detroit 5. Foulnya lebih banyak di Detroit ya, 16 foul.
To make the play at number 3. Up to number 2, and Terrence Shannon with just a little head fake.
Semoga aja nanti di babak ketiga Detroit bisa mengejar ya, biar lebih greget dikit kejar-kejaran di babak keempat.
But at number 1, Steph Castle attacking the rim and throwing that one in past Jaden McDaniels. Steph going up hard. That's enough to land at number 1 on the NBA.com.
Gate up the left side. Left corner, Tobias.
Harris for three, erupting here in the second quarter. What a game for Tobias Harris. Knocks down another.
I think he feels like he can't miss.
Harris corner three, it's good. 30 for Harris with one of the best games of his career, and they're headed to the second round.
Come back to tie after being down 24.
I don't know how many teams could have come back from that halftime situation.
They have faced elimination 2 consecutive times. The number 1 seed Pistons have come back to win. Now Game 7 Sunday in Detroit City.
That's real basketball right there, baby. Take it back off.
So I'm not finished, man. Let's keep going.
Let's work.
What up, now, Detroit? Game 7. Let's go.
Welcome to The Half, presented by AT&T.
Halftime in Game 7 in Detroit. Now, Cleveland sent 25 buses of fans to Detroit for Game 7, and they're up 17 at half, their largest halftime lead of the playoffs. Taylor Rooks here with Dirk Nowitzki, Steve Nash, Blake Griffin, and Udonis Haslam. What did UD want them to put in their water bottle?
Hot sauce.
Hot sauce.
What they do, UD?
Looks like they did. You are loving Cleveland's game plan here to start this one.
Yes, I have to say, I am loving Cleveland's game plan. This is what I talk about when you talk about playing with intent. Donovan Mitchell only has 4 3-point attempts. He is getting downhill. He is getting to the line. They are moving the ball. The ball is not sticking. They have 18 assists. The guys coming off the bench are shooting the ball. And on defense, they've turned Detroit into a one-trick pony. We understand that Cade is the guy, but he also gets other guys involved right now. They only have 10 assists, so they've shut that down. They've kept these guys out of the paint. The ball is not moving for Detroit. It is sticking. So right now, Cleveland is imposing their will on Detroit, and this is how you play with intent in a Game 7.
Yeah, I really love what Cleveland's bigs are doing. Jared Allen and Evan Mobley both. I mean, they're scoring the basketball. They have 27 combined, but really their activity and their spirit has been what's been the difference maker. Going after offensive rebounds, being in the lane, blocking shots, altering shots, keep staying on the move, and then finishing has been huge. I mean, they have outplayed these Detroit bigs so far in this first half.
But you got to talk about Sam Merrill also. I mean, team high 15 points in the first half. He has made half of the Cavs' 8 threes.
And the most impressive thing was he got Christian Okoye and got up. I thought he was over. I thought it was a wrap. Like I thought it was over, but
that was a hard hit.
Listen, they say shooters are soft, Dirk. I don't believe that anymore. I don't believe that anymore.
Oh my gosh.
That was
truck.
Popped
That's
right
the Oklahoma drill. That's the Oklahoma drill, Thompson.
Yeah, these two have been going at it a little bit.
Wow. Jerome Bettis, the boss.
Dame Lillard saying it was a Jerome Bettis. But, you know, as we are on this subject of just aggression, and we talk about the Cavs bigs, the big thing with them has been, are they going to show up? Are they going to be mentally and physically strong? And they have showed up, and so has the rest of the team, as you see Sam Merrill here.
Well, they've been great. You know, obviously they limited them to only 3 offensive rebounds was a part of it. Then offensively, you see Sam having a great half, but I think that's because of the ball movement. I asked before the game to be physical and decisive with the ball, not turn it over. They've been much better. Had some great, obviously, possessions where they moved it. We'll see here as they got into some actions. They had great pace, quick decisions, balls going side to side. And then they find breakdowns, and they've been able to get Sam Merrill the ball, and he's been on fire, which has been fantastic for Cleveland. I think one of the other points about this, though, is Donovan Mitchell and James Harden have gotten downhill early and often. They've been in their paint and at their rim all night, which is very unusual for Detroit. So I think that decisiveness in ISO and pick and roll is so important, because I think the more you dribble, the more you try to gauge what's going on with the defense, Detroit just gets better and better.
Yeah, on the Detroit side, you just mentioned it. I think the Cavs are getting in their lane too easy. They get broken down way too quick in the first point of attack on pick and roll, like I haven't seen in a while. And then that opens up everything else. It opened up the shooting, the double layups. I think the Cavs at the first 6 or 8 points were all in the paint. They obviously made it an effort to get in there, but on the Detroit side, that they have to be better at the point of attack on the pick and roll and veer these guards out of the paint. And on the other end, how are you going to create enough points? You know, they're making it, Cavs making it hard on Cade. Everything is a switch. Everything is a slow ISO, step back, and just tough shots. And who else is going to step up and make shots? Tobias Harris hasn't really been great since he had those 20 points in eight games in a row. He hasn't been there. Who else is going to step up to create some points and scoring?
Yeah, the dribble penetration for Detroit obviously wasn't an issue during the regular season, but even in the first round against Orlando, when Orlando was having success before Franz went out, that's what allowed the Orlando bigs to eat. So making sure that they come out of this half, stopping the ball, so that bigs don't have to pull, because now Cleveland's bigs have gotten on the glass. They've also gotten some easy dunks. That'll be the turning point. And if we've learned anything this series, no team's ever out of it. So if Detroit can come out.
They've already come back. But I think it's also Detroit, you know, they've proven they can come back. But at the same time, when they're getting to the rim, they're not turning them over.
Right.
And so that's how it helps their half-court offense. They get out in transition.
They were so good at those interior passes.
Yeah.
Getting to those interior passes. Now I've seen them give up so many interior passes, dunk downs, lobs, and different things like that. Those are the things they were taking away, and they weren't letting you get those.
Well, JB Bickerstaff said this team plays their best when their backs are against the wall. They're on the ropes right now.
Need it. We'll see it.
Yeah, we'll see. Let's see. All right, time for Court Connection presented by AT&T. Donovan Mitchell with the drive and dish to Evan Mobley for the dunk. The Cavs lead the Pistons 64-47 in Game 7 of the Eastern Conference Semis. The half presented by AT&T continues after this.
This is that automatic. I stay flat.
Barnes headed back to Ray Strus. Bounce down the floor to Allen. Strus on the loose with the steal. Allen with the rim wrecker. And this place is going absolutely berserk.
Don, you're up, right? Uh-oh, good cut. Yes. Hey!
But the playoffs, focus on one team, focus on adjustments. It's mine and our responsibility to make everybody better.
Bring it in. Come on, man.
Together on 3, 1, 2, 3. Together.
Pressure is on. No team has ever come back from 3-0.
Got to protect home court. Can't afford to go down 3-0. Got to make a statement first.
It all leads to this right here. Cleveland trying to get on the board in the more than 0-3 hole.
Who's going to be the best star player in this fourth quarter? Cavs looking to add to a 2-point lead. Harden against Tobias Harris.
Dancing on Harris. Harden on the drive. Step away, Harden. Bullseye!
108, 104.
With 1:29 to play. Cunningham drive. Cunningham gets upstairs. Right over the throw with a massive finish. 2-point game. Harden on Robinson. Harden wants it. The cross. He lost them. Harden to Beard with a bucket. Cunningham. 3-ball. Cade is cold. 30 seconds left. They're putting the ball in the hands of the vet and letting the Beard cook. Harden step back 3. Splash. James Harden. And it's all over. The Cavaliers get on the board in this best of 7.
You know, whatever this team needs me to do, I'm going to go out there and do it. So, fourth quarter, my number was called, and I go to work.
What does this atmosphere make you feel like when you hear this?
We're going to need it for Game 4.
James Harden turning back the clock late.
Give Harden a bunch of credit.
It's on now, right? It's on now. There's no place like home.
We officially announced it earlier on our pregame show. Shai Gilgeous-Alexander is this year's winner of the Kia NBA Most Valuable Player. That is back-to-back MVPs for SGA after he led the Thunder to the best record in the league at 64-18. What really stuck out to y'all about his brilliance this season?
Efficiency. I mean, this guy's second leading scorer in the league at incredible efficiency. Great three-point shooter, great free throw shooter, and look at that field goal percentage for a guard. I mean, that's outrageous efficiency. So this guy's a deserving MVP and deserving back-to-back.
And just so we all can keep track here, Shea got 83 out of 100 first place votes. Jokic got 10. Wemby got 5. All right, in Detroit, there's 1 half left to decide who moves on to the Eastern Conference Finals. The Cavs lead the Pistons 64-47, and the second half is coming up next.
The Half is presented by AT&T. Connecting changes everything.
After standout careers at Stanford University, Jason Collins, as well as his twin brother Jaren, both entered the NBA in 2001. A center known for his defense, Jason was a force in the paint, helping the New Jersey Nets reach back-to-back NBA Finals. He went on to play for 6 more teams during his 13-year career. In 2013, Collins made a bold announcement, revealing that he was gay. When he suited up for the Nets in 2014, he became the first publicly gay athlete to play in any of the 4 major North American pro sports leagues.
When I made history in coming out, becoming the first openly gay NBA player, I got so many calls, so many text messages, so many people reaching out to me, just supporting me.
After his playing career, Collins continued to serve as an inspiration to others. Under the Obama administration, he served on the President's Council on Fitness, Sports, and Nutrition. In his role as an NBA Cares ambassador, Collins traveled the world spreading goodwill and was a true champion for the league's broader efforts to promote the values of equality, respect, and inclusion.
Message is just be yourself. Never be afraid or ashamed or have any fear to be your true, authentic self.
Man, it's like I said, man, we know we gotta come out and set the tone early, baby. That's all we're trying to do.
Feel like we handle our business, more to do though.
Right, the urgency that we came out, the defensive effort that we put forth, that set the tone for the entire game. Right, we saw things out there that we can fix and improve on. Right, that just help tighten us up defensively, and then we get to be explosive on the offensive end of the floor. All right, great job, fellas.
To the one and only sharpshooter, dunk.
Big dog. We got more to give, for sure. I know you guys felt that. One game at a time. Come on now. Together on 3. 1, 2, 3. Together.
It's that 6'6" long, slim, sticking your chick, pulling tricks, looking slick at all times when I'm flipping, bar sipping, car dipping, Grant Wood grain gripping, still tipping on rapping,
Back in Detroit, Game 7, you're watching the NBA playoffs, presented by Google. 64-47, the Cavaliers on top of the Pistons. The winner advances to the Eastern Conference Finals to meet the New York Knicks. Look at the stats from the first half. Cavaliers shoot 52% from the field. They limit the Pistons to 38% shooting. The assist numbers excellent. Low turnovers for both teams. Cavaliers have actually controlled the paint here in Game 7. Ian Eagle, Stan Van Gundy, Cassidy Hubbard, the rest of our NBA on Prime crew. All right, what are you expecting to see second half, Stan?
I'm expecting to see the Pistons coming out on fire defensively. This was the second best defensive team in the league. This is the worst defensive Pistons team I've seen in the playoffs. And look, they've also got to get on the offensive glass. Cleveland in this series has never had a game where they've gotten 2/3 of Detroit's misses. Tonight, 85% on the defensive rebound.
Moments ago, Cassidy with Cleveland big man Jarrett Allen.
Thanks, Ian. Jarrett, you and Evan combined for 27 points in that first half. You really controlled the paint. What was the key for your intensity and physicality inside?
Yeah, just having a lot of force on the offensive end. And shout out to the guards. They're making amazing plays and finding us getting open. And we're just moving in the dunker and just trying to find everybody that's open.
Well, you guys are half away from the conference finals against a team that's going to keep pushing. What's the focus have to be here to close it out?
Just be process oriented. Next play, one play at a time, hit singles, just try to do our best to stay calm and even field.
Thanks for your time and good luck. Back to you, Ian.
All right, Cassidy, thanks so much. Cleveland had a chance to put Detroit away at home. Couldn't do it on Friday night. They get their second opportunity here in the Motor City. Mitchell, pump fake, and the banker goes.
This is as good a game as I've seen Donovan Mitchell play. Totally under control. He came in this series, 17 assists and 14 turnovers. Tonight, 6 assists, no turnovers.
And Mitchell is fouled by Thompson on the breakaway.
Now he comes out with a score, a steal, and going to the free throw line.
Donovan Mitchell, 13 points, 4 rebounds, 6 assists, 0 turnovers.
Well, that's probably the biggest stat, in my opinion. He's done a great job taking care of the ball. All 6 of those assists, I believe, went for layups or dunks. I mean, he is creating easy opportunities.
Mitchell now in his 9th year in the NBA, trying to get to the conference finals for the first time. Cavaliers have won 5 straight Game 7s going back to 2016. And this is now their largest lead of the night, 21. Duren one-on-one with Allen. Kick it out for Cunningham. 2-man game with Thompson. Drives in, missed it initially, but follows his miss with a deuce.
Well, he is so good on that second jump. So quick. This isn't just like a pogo stick, right back up.
Can the Pistons change things on the defensive end of the floor? Strus the bounce for Mobley, and a foul is called.
Well, they like to switch all of the pick and rolls with Evan Mobley because J.B. Bickerstaff thinks that Evan Mobley makes great plays off the short roll if he can get in 4-on-3 situations. They want to take those away, but that time Danis Jenkins clearly holding.
Allen couldn't dunk it. Strus is there for a cleanup on aisle 2.
Now look, the paint and the glass totally dominated by Cleveland. Yes, they've got more shooters, but for Detroit to win, they cannot get dominated like this in the paint.
It's 70-49. Cavaliers fans that made the trip can be heard right now here at Little Caesars Arena. Mobley, stop and go, give it up. Allen, off the bump. Oh, that's creative from the throw. Cleveland up big on the road. The Cavaliers have done whatever they wanted to do offensively tonight. And the third quarter has just been a continuation from the first half. The scoop to the hoop for Allen.
All right, Pistons fans, listen up. My guy Max here. Maximilian, tonight's contestant for the Michigan First Credit Union Pick Your Shot competition. 3 lovely Pistons dancers. We'll start with the furthest from us. You pick a card. I'll give you 3 chances to make whatever shot you create. And when you do it, I got a prize for you. Sound good?
Sounds good.
All right, let's start with our first dancer. Option 1 or 2?
2.
He's going with 2. So he'll be shooting from spot 2. Second dancer, option 1 or 2?
1.
Going with 1. Spot 2, an underhanded shot. You know we got to throw a little twist in there. Last dancer, 1 or 2?
2.
1 with 2. So a bank shot, underhanded from spot 2. 3 chances. Let's make it happen. So spot 2 is right here from the free throw line. I got a basketball here for you. You got 3 chances. Underhanded bank shot. Let's see what you got, Max. Oh, Rick Barry style. Okay. Second shot. It's up. All right. Last chance, Max. Take a breather. Last chance. Let's see what you got. It's up. Oh, it's okay. Guess what? I got $100 for you, courtesy of Michigan First Credit Union. Let's hear it one more time for Max, our Pick Your Shot contestant of the day.
Party rock. Yeah. Woo. Let's go. Everybody just have a good time. Yeah. And we gon' make you lose your mind. Woo. Everybody just have a good time. Party rock is in the house tonight. Oh. Everybody just have a good time. I can feel it. And we gon' make you lose your mind. Yeah. We just wanna see you
shake that.
She on my jock, huh? Now stop when we in the spot. Booty moving weight like she on the
Cleveland now leads at 72-49 early in the third quarter here in Detroit. Right now, let's take a look at tonight's Be Their Player, presented by State Farm.
It's been Donovan Mitchell. We said the best players have to be at their best when their best is needed. This is Donovan Mitchell at his best. 6 assists, no turnovers, knocking down threes, has 15 points. This guy's doing it all in a huge game for the Cleveland Cavaliers, trying to get himself and his team to the conference finals.
The Pistons shooting just 38% from the field. They've allowed Cleveland to shoot it at 54%. Allen trying to deny Duren the ball. 6 to shoot. Duren backs in, double team from Harden. Shot clock winding down. Jenkins. The teardrop goes.
Now Jenkins started us off with a couple of threes early. Hadn't scored in quite a while.
Pistons led the NBA this season in blocks and steals. They were a high-level defensive team. Allen had it knocked away by Tobias Harris. 3-on-2 developing. Harris will try to do it himself. He's fouled. The Cavaliers want a challenge. Immediately, Donovan Mitchell looked to the bench. And a delay of game is going to be called on Donovan Mitchell grabbing the ball and not giving it up.
Well, Donovan Mitchell grabbed the ball. Players do this and not give it up to give the bench a chance to look at it and challenge. And I'm a little surprised they're not challenging.
Thompson came over on 2 occasions trying to grab the ball from Mitchell.
Smart.
And there is no challenge from the Cleveland sideline. Harris at the free throw line.
It was not a foul, but a good steal. Detroit has not had fewer than 9 steals in a game in this series. That was only their 5th tonight.
Harris still does not have a field goal. 0 of 5.
Yeah, he's shot 50% in the first 3 games of this series. He's shooting 30% since then.
Harden puts it on the deck, drives in, trying to hook a pass to Allen, and it ricochets out of bounds off of Cunningham.
Better defense now the last couple possessions by Detroit. Clearly, when you're down this much and you're not the most explosive offensive team in the league, your defense has got to be great and create some offense for you like it did on the last possession.
11 to shoot, just over 9 minutes to play here in the third. Loop it in for Allen. 17 points for Jared Allen. Hand it to Harden. The handles, the jumper, no good. Rebound, Jenkins got his hand on it, taps it over to Harris. There has been no consistency on the offensive end of the floor for Detroit.
Well, Detroit's not a great half-court offense. J.B. Bickerstaff knows that. They need to get going in transition. But even when they've gotten stops tonight, Cleveland has done a great job of getting back.
Cunningham misses on the 3 ball, and then Duren is called for the loose ball foul. Game 1 of the Eastern Conference Finals will be Tuesday night. If the Cavaliers win, it will be at MSG. If the Pistons win, it'll be here in Detroit. Mitchell, ball fake. Harden swing. Mobley, the drive, and he gets fouled by Duren.
Well, I think what they're going to call, I think he thinks it was a clean block. I think up top it was. I think he put the other arm into his chest.
So Mobley gets by Harris, and yes, it was the right arm to the chest of Mobley as he went airborne. Jalen Duren picks up his 4th foul. Thursday, the WNBA on Prime. Join us as the Golden State Valkyries take on the New York Liberty. Then, the LA Sparks and the Phoenix Mercury. Don't miss the WNBA on Prime Thursday at 7:30 Eastern. So Duren will sit. It is Isaiah Stewart into the game at the 8:22 mark of the 3rd.
Well, maybe Isaiah Stewart can get going with some of his effort and energy. But right now, people talk about, oh, this guy, talk to us or whatever. It's not how you inspire your team. Somebody's got to inspire their teammates here with some great effort plays on the defensive end of the floor.
They give Thompson the 3, and that's why. A flat air ball.
Wow. He made the last one of the first half, his first made 3 of the playoffs, and then nothing there.
Mitchell, swing it out for Mobley. Mitchell will fire, rimming out, and rebounded by Harris.
Detroit's got to get running.
Get into it quickly here. Harris cut off by Mitchell. Handoff to Cunningham. He drives, dishes. Stewart couldn't catch it initially, and there is a foul called. And it's Donovan Mitchell. And that is going to be number 4 on Mitchell.
And he's going to come out right now. Merrill and Dean Wade coming in. One of them is for Mitchell.
So Mitchell sits along with Mobley, Wade, Merrill, Harden, Allen, and Strus, the 5 on the floor. And now J.B. Bickerstaff will counter with Duncan Robinson.
I like that. I also, right now, I think you've got to get Cade Cunningham into some pick and roll with Karis LeVert, force the switch and get Harden on him and attack.
Cunningham fires, no good. Allen with the board. Cade Cunningham is now 5 of 13, 0 of 5 from 3-point territory.
And the Pistons are 6 for 21.
Isolation, Harden drives in on Robinson. The help by Stewart that bounces off of Merrill, and Harden couldn't save it, out of bounds. Just over 7 minutes to go in the 3rd. Jenkins turns the corner. Stewart, the trailer, he lays it in, and a foul. Kenny Atkinson wanted to travel.
I have found with the referees when I was coaching Ian, there were a lot of things I wanted and didn't necessarily get. I'm not sure he traveled on that. I think the referees were right. So far, this has been one of the best officiated games I've seen in the entire postseason.
74-56. Cavs.
Right now, Donovan Mitchell on the bench. This is where Detroit's got to make a move.
Robinson leaves Harden. Now he'll recover defensively. Harden takes him off the dribble. Swing. Strus a 3. Short. Rebound. Harden tracks it down. He gets shoved by Robinson.
Detroit, I mean, that's great effort by Harden. Detroit cannot afford to give those up. They get the miss. No one even thinking of getting a body on Harden. Got to do a better job than that. They need all of those right now. When you're down, you need all of them.
And the Pistons are over the limit. So James Harden to the free throw line where he shot it at 88% on the season. Harden has not been heavily involved where his fingerprints are all over this game. Only 6 points, 1 of 5 from the field, 3 rebounds, 3 assists. it's Mitchell who's controlled the action and the flow for Cleveland.
And I like that, honestly. I thought that the last 2 games, honestly, had been too much James Harden and not enough Donovan Mitchell. You got to know who your best player is.
Off of a made free throw, Jared Allen gets knocked down to the floor. So while the Pistons might be looking for a physical edge or something that can trigger their style of play, that's not the way to do it.
No, and that's an easy call for the referee. You know, in the course of live play, you might get away with some stuff that the referees may not see because of all the activity. That is an easy call.
And off the miss, Allen is there. He got denied by the rim. But another foul is called. Jared Allen is going back to the free throw line, and the Pistons' frustrations are evident.
Well, I'm shocked by this tonight. Not because the Pistons are struggling offensively. They've had those games. But quite honestly, tonight, I don't think anybody can look at this game and not see that the Cleveland Cavaliers are just outworking the Detroit Pistons. They got outworked in Game 6, which is why they got blown out. And tonight, the energy has shifted, and the Cleveland Cavaliers are so far have played much harder than the Detroit Pistons.
Reed is back in, replacing Stewart. Allen, 18 points. He is 6 of 11 at the free throw line. Karis LeVert in the game for Detroit, and instant offense as he hits it from three-point range. 76-59. 6:24 to go in the third. Quick move as the throw flies. Jared Allen.
That's a great move by Allen, who's coming up big. That is absurd defense by Paul Reed and the Pistons.
And another turnover. Allen's got 20 points, 7 rebounds. Get it in. Allen is fouled. Jared Allen getting upstairs, and now we'll head to the free throw line for attempts number 30 and 31 on the night for Cleveland, who's up big.
All right, Pistons fans, a dance that originated right here in the 3-1-3. Watch the feet. This is the Jet Team. It's time to go to work, Jet. Oh, it's time to go to work. Hey. Let me see that footwork, Jet. Hey. Ha, ha. Oh. Go crazy, Jet. Hey, ha, ha. Hey, talk to me, Jet. This is Detroit right here. Oh, oh, oh. Go off there. Go off there. Hey. One time for the city. Make some noise for the GNT.
Right about now.
All right, right, Pistons fans, Hooper is heading to the floor. He's got a t-shirt cannon, but these are regular t-shirts. 5 of these t-shirts have $100 Pistons Shop 313 gift cards. You want some free cash to shop? I'm looking for the fans. Oh, you gotta reload, Hooper. Send it up to him. $100 gift cards.
We got to find our competitive spirit right now. Okay, we've been in this position before, and every time we find ourselves in this position, we find a way out of it. Okay, we find our way out of it by playing together, right? By having our spirit, by playing Pistons basketball. Okay, so settle ourselves down. Let's go play Pistons basketball. We're gonna be fine.
Our prime access, J.B. Bickerstaff. Detroit has faced this situation before in this postseason, 4-0 in elimination games. When we spoke with Bickerstaff, he said, our guys don't doubt each other. They believe in one another. And it's often revealed in these elimination games. The problem for them is that we've seen no drop-off from Cleveland.
Not at all. And here's the biggest problem, though. I like what JB talked about with their competitive spirit. I've seen Detroit throughout the course of the season, even in the course of the playoffs, have bad offensive nights. I'm not used to seeing them get outworked like this, and quite honestly, they've been totally outworked tonight. About the only thing they're doing well is defending the free throws.
Yeah. They're 19 of 31 at the line, Cleveland. Detroit, their starters are 13 of 37 shooting. It's 35%. Robinson off the bench and connects for 3.
There's still plenty of time. This is 17 right now.
Donovan Mitchell is on the bench with 4 fouls.
Yeah, Paul Reed needs to be the guy.
Oh, Jared Allen with the crank.
What the heck is going on defensively with the Pistons? They blitz the pick and roll, and nobody's going to step over in front of Jared Allen.
0 resistance. Allen's got 23 points. Cunningham on the spin. Tipped up in the air. Reed controls it, trying to create space, and does.
Well, there's B-ball, Paul. He needs to get going now. I haven't seen the maniacal energy that we've seen in the rest of this series.
5 minutes to go in the third. They blitz Harden with 2. Gets it away. Strus the bounce. Nobody at home. Wade kicks it out. The Harden 3. No good. Box out by Sasser. Ripped away by Merrill. Sasser tries to take it back, and it's a loose ball foul.
I mean, look, here's the blitz. Duncan Robinson comes immediately, but just leaves him. Karis LeVert doesn't even think of stepping over. And that's what shooting does. That's what having Sam Merrill on the floor does. It opens up the floor.
Allen sits, Mobley back in. Allen went for 22 points, 19 rebounds in the Game 7 victory over Toronto. And he is putting up monster numbers once again. Mitchell returning for Cleveland as well at the 4:45 mark of the third.
Well, I'll tell you what, that's 2 huge Game 7s. Mitchell's been great tonight. And Ian, you've been around the league a long time. You're a really old guy. And
true.
And you know that reputations in this league are earned in the playoffs.
No doubt.
Jared Allen getting it done.
Reed, the left-handed push shot, and he gets a fortuitous bounce.
They got to get some stops.
Mitchell operating one-on-one with Robinson. Mitchell takes the runway, crosses over, and puts on a scoring clinic.
I mean, I know Sam Merrill's out there. Kenny Atkinson's done a great job with his lineups tonight, keeping plenty of shooting on the floor, but somebody's got to help on that and make Donovan Mitchell give the ball up.
Robinson squares and hits a 3. 85-69 Cleveland, just under 4 minutes to play in the third.
Donovan Mitchell's now over, I mean, Duncan Robinson's over 60% from 3 in the series.
Mitchell, swing it. Merrill, ball fake. That jumper. Yes, sir!
Sam Merrill's 5th three.
These Pistons fans are in a state of shock. LeVert misses on a 3-ball. Rebound, Sasser stripped of the ball. They were looking for a call. Harden gets it ahead. Mitchell in attack mode for 2.
Yeah, but if you're the Pistons, look, instead of stopping and looking at the referees, you got to run back. The effort tonight by the Pistons is just not what we're used to seeing from this team.
The roll by Robinson. Merrill gets a piece defensively. Mitchell clearing out space. Mitchell wants to dance with Reed. 10 to shoot. Donovan Mitchell, chef's kiss.
Donovan Mitchell is just, this is as well as I've ever seen him play. This is not all necessarily his biggest numbers, but I just haven't seen him play better than this.
Sasser misses on a 3-ball. Pedal to the metal for Mitchell. He'll drive it and draw the foul. 2:22 to go in the third, and it is the Donovan Mitchell show.
Yeah, but there's no help. Sasser's got to pull in. You got to be able to help and recover. Got to be able to do both. And then Donovan Mitchell right to the rim. He's been by far the best player on the floor tonight. And even though that's with great performances by some of his teammates.
That is the only area where Cleveland has not flourished here tonight. They are 21 of 34 at the free throw line as Thompson checks in for Detroit, as does Tobias Harris.
Well, J.B. Bickerstaff going small here, no bigs.
Danis Jenkins in the game. Karis LeVert. Sasser rounding out the 5 on the floor. 8-0 run. Largest lead of the night. Jenkins tried to force it, and it's taken away by Mobley. Spread the floor with just over 2 minutes to go in the third. Schroeder and Mitchell having a catch. 9 to shoot. Mitchell, the step back J. Money!
Wow.
Spider has been scintillating.
It's just been unbelievable tonight.
11-0 run. The Cavaliers are pouring it on here in the third. Harris stops, kicks. Sasser got a 3.
Donovan Mitchell just hasn't even looked at all flustered at any point in this game.
Schroeder penetrates. He tried to walk that tightrope, and it's out of bounds. Turnover, Cleveland.
He's just been under control the whole night, playing at his pace, creates space right here. Pretty good contest. It just knocks it in.
The Cavaliers lead by 23. Harris gives it up. LeVert loses the ball, and there was a foul. And Wade disagrees. The automatic spin of the finger. Kenny Atkinson checking and just got the no signal.
No, from behind the bench. Those guys behind the bench do a good job, and if they're doing a good job, they don't react with emotion on the play. They just clearly look at the play right there and get an idea of what the referee saw. If he sees contact, you might not have thought it should be called, but nonetheless, they see a foul.
The boys are back for one last go. It all comes down to this: who will be left standing after the final showdown. Don't miss the series finale of The Boys, Wednesday, only on Prime Video. LeVert goes 1 out of 2. 1:10 left in the third quarter. Mobley way outside, hands to Mitchell. Donovan Mitchell off the dribble. Mitchell, the spin. He hangs, doesn't get the roll, but he's there for the follow and tumbles down as Thompson had previously hit the hardwood.
Great job by Mitchell. Rather than complaining to the referees, thinking he got fouled, he just stayed with the play.
He's got 15 in the quarter, 26 overall. Harris, short. And it's going to stay right here.
But Harris still without a made field goal tonight, 0 for 6.
And the foul is called on Mitchell. That's number 5. So Donovan Mitchell, that's the only way to stop him is send him to the bench.
Yeah.
Thompson at the free throw line. Harden will check back in.
He's got a big hole to dig out of now.
Now, this has been a huge storyline in this series. The amount of free throws and the disparity between Cleveland and Detroit, taking the series opener out of the equation.
Yeah, the series opener, Detroit got to the line almost twice as many times as the Cavs, but since then, it's just been domination in that area of the game.
Empty trip for the Pistons, 2 missed free throws, the roll, the jam, Mobley.
Well, they had 26 points in the paint, the Cavs did in game 6. They've got 44 tonight with a quarter to go.
Shot clock is turned off. Sasser watched by Wade. 26-point cushion for Cleveland. Sasser spins, doesn't get the roll. Wade gets it ahead. Harden peeks at the clock, tosses it up at the horn. And that's how the quarter will end. A quarter dominated by the Cleveland Cavaliers. Cavs are 12 minutes away from advancing to the Eastern Conference Finals. It's Game 7. You're watching the Eastern Conference semifinals on Prime, presented by State Farm.
He's trying to get out.
There's been a technical foul assessed to Asar Thompson, Detroit.
I can't understand what the problem is. I find it hard enough dealing with my own business. I got an answer machine that can talk.
What up, though? To the Guinness World Record holder, 8 different boxing titles. The world greatest hitman, Thomas Heard.
Bring that ass back like a boom, 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 boom. Bring that ass back like a boom, boom, boom.
It's Wizard the Wizard. Icy as a blizzard. Big Gucci, that's my alias. My jewelry make it shiver. I eat millions for dinner. I am no pretender. Whatever I
Oh, wanted away. Steal and the windmill hammer. Wanted into the stands. A block party. Jenkins on the
Javonte Green off to the ball.
Exclamation points. Welcome to Detroit.
As we welcome you back to Detroit. Game 7 of the Eastern Conference semifinals. The Cavaliers on top of the Pistons, 99-73. Here's Play Your Game, presented by FanDuel. Kate Cunningham, 12 points, 5 assists. It hasn't been nearly enough for Detroit. And a whole lot of Donovan Mitchell for the Cavaliers. 26 points, 7 assists. Get better payouts this NBA playoffs on FanDuel. Download the app and play your game. So a free throw to open up the fourth quarter because Ausar Thompson was called on a technical foul at the end of the third. Said something that got the attention of the officials, and Cleveland tacks one on the board, 100-73.
How many times this year have the Detroit Pistons given up 100 going into the fourth quarter?
Are these rhetorical questions, or you want an answer?
I don't have the answer.
Schroeder gets to the rim.
But I'm going to say not very many.
Cleveland is 17-2 in its last 19 playoff games when they lead after 3 quarters. And this is a particularly large lead opening the fourth. And a foul is called as Wade was defending.
Well, here's the thing. Not only has Detroit's defense been a struggle, the only guy that I could look at and say has played well, really well for Detroit, is Duncan Robinson. To their capabilities, no one else.
And Robinson turns it over.
All right, I'm mad about that. I just tried to praise the guy, and he's not going to do that. He's going to do that.
Merrill lays it in, and the dreaded color commentary curse during live action.
I know. And you know what? That move that Sam Merrill just made, that deceleration, that came into the game in the last few years. It seems like everybody's got it.
Out of bounds. Harden thought he was fouled.
Harden wants him to challenge. What are you going to challenge, James? You don't want the ball out of bounds? You're going to challenge because you want to give it to Detroit? Like, you can't challenge a non-call.
The Cleveland starters have outscored the Detroit starters 74-36. And that's a foul called on Harris. Mobley will shoot 2. So that's 74 points from the Cleveland starters and 73 total points from the Detroit Pistons.
Well, they haven't made the effort on the defensive end, even right there. And you know, Ian, Tobias Harris, one of my favorite players in the league. I was fortunate to coach him. He's a class guy. He's had a great playoffs. But that was just all he did there was foul. He didn't try to move his feet and contest the shot. This has been going on all night long. This team, shockingly, home game 7, just hasn't brought it tonight at all.
Again, you never know what you're going to get in a game 7, but this roller coaster series has had twists and turns along the way. This one might be the most surprising of all. The fact that Detroit is getting blown out on its home floor in a decisive game 7.
Well, there's no question. I mean, Cleveland had a chance to win on their home floor the other night and wrap up the series, and they got blown out and got outworked. And then Detroit's gotten outworked here today. And look, Cleveland game 5 here was their first road win of the playoffs. They lost their first 5 road games, 3 to Toronto, the first 2 here in Detroit. Dug out game 5 here in overtime, and now have come up with a big road performance here. And I've been critical of Detroit's effort, but I don't want to take anything away from Cleveland. They have been outstanding at both ends. This is the best I've seen them play defensively in the playoffs.
Foul was called on Wade. Duren blows the layup. This is the 159th game 7 in NBA playoff history. The home team 117-41 in those games. Merrill dumps it inside. Mobley against Duren. He tried to bounce it backdoor. It got knocked away and out of bounds. Detroit's going to take over.
Well, that's a big deflection, those kind of plays. I mean, nothing's big in this game right now, but those kind of deflections are big. They don't seem much, but instead of a live ball turnover going the other way, He deflects the ball out of bounds. Cleveland gets their defense set.
Davis Jenkins makes his move on Merrill. The pull-up pop is good.
Jenkins into double figures. He's actually played pretty well on the offensive end.
Cavaliers lost in the Eastern Conference semifinals last year to Indiana 4-1. Schroeder just got knocked down. Harden gives it up on a pass, gets it back, and lays it in on the same page with Mobley.
Yeah, outstanding passing by both of them.
I feel like the bus ride home for these Cavaliers fans is going to be pretty sweet.
I think it's going to be boisterous, to say the least.
25 buses made the trip as Cavaliers owner Dan Gilbert, who grew up in Southfield, Michigan, made sure that Cavaliers fans were going to be represented here tonight in Detroit. The Cavaliers 108, the Pistons 75. We're in the fourth quarter on Prime.
This copyrighted broadcast of the National Basketball Association may not be retransmitted, reproduced, rebroadcast, or otherwise distributed or used in any form without the express written consent of the NBA.
Up there, I see some loud fans on the west side of the section. I see you. There we go. We got more t-shirts coming to your area. If you want a t-shirt, you gotta get loud. Who wants one? You get a t-shirt. You get a t-shirt. Reload, Hooper. I want you to send it to the top. Send it all the way up. That, my friends, is the Kroger T-shirts. Oh.
All right, take a look at the video board. The winning 50-50 raffle ticket number. Is it you? Portal 10/4 cats.
A reported 25 busloads of Cavs fans made the trip today to Detroit. Just over 2.5 hours. They had the shirts, they had the towels, they had the spirit, and it has transferred over to their squad. 108-75, Cavaliers in front. Largest Game 7 wins on the road. Stan, I think you worked that game. Philadelphia 1948 against St. Louis.
I did, yes. I was only 25 at the time.
Yeah. Kobe Altman, the president of basketball operations. Mike Ganzi, the GM, sitting beside him. You know, it's interesting because the Cavaliers have had excellent records the last few years. It hasn't necessarily translated to the postseason success they were looking for. This year may be a bit underwhelming in the regular season, but with 9:16 to go in the fourth quarter of Game 7. They're on the verge of advancing to the Eastern Conference Finals.
Yeah, they flipped the script from a great regular season team that couldn't get it done in the playoffs to probably, I think most of their fans and probably their own players and coaches would agree, a disappointing regular season to now finally getting to the conference finals. And look, you can say the same about the New York Knicks. Both playing their best basketball right now. Those were the two teams, if you go back to the preseason predictions, that everybody thought would be meeting in the Eastern Conference Finals as the top two seeds. They go in at number 3 and 4, and New York's got to be thrilled because they get to open the series at home now rather than on the road here in Detroit.
Bad miss by Jenkins. Long rebound to Schroeder. 9 minutes to play. Harden will hoist. Short. Duran saves it for Cunningham.
James Harden's Game 7 offensive woes continue, but it hasn't mattered in this one.
Harden is 2 of 9 from the field. 0 of 5 from three-point territory, just 9 points. Schroeder circling. Flip it for Harden, 10 to shoot.
Well, Harden came in his 8 career Game 7s, shooting only 35% from the floor and 22% at the line. So not surprising to see him have this kind of shooting game. Game 7 hasn't exactly been where he has thrived offensively, but again, you're up 35 points. It hasn't hurt him today.
And a foul stops play. It'll be against Sam Merrill.
Look at Eric Mobley here in a cut. I mean, they have just been chewed up in the paint tonight. They only gave up in the regular season 44 points a game in the paint, Detroit, and in the playoffs, they'd only been giving up 38 points a game, the best in the league. They've given up 52 today to the Cavs.
Robinson stripped of the ball. Mobley makes the play defensively. Get it ahead. Mitchell couldn't bank it in. Mobley's got 18 points, 10 rebounds, 6 assists, 2 steals. And a foul is called at the 7:49 mark of the fourth. Free throws here for Danis Jenkins.
And Cleveland, Ian, came into this game 12th in defensive rating of the 16 teams in the playoffs, and they're turning in their best defensive game of the playoffs when it was needed most.
Take a look at the upcoming national TV schedule. Monday on NBC and Peacock, highly anticipated Western Conference Finals, Spurs and Thunder. Game 1. Tuesday, it's the Knicks waiting to see the winner of this one for Game 1 on ESPN. Go to NBA.com or visit the NBA app. And with the quick turnaround, as a head coach, when would you consider pulling your guys here in the fourth quarter in this type of lopsided affair?
I'm the wrong guy to ask. You're up 34 points. I'm not taking any chances. I'm making sure we played great. I'm going to make sure we get out of here with a win. And look, I honestly think the Cavs and the Spurs have a little bit of an advantage in Game 1. I've been the team that has been rested as a coach. I think it takes time to get back into it. Great opportunity. You're still in rhythm for these teams. I think they can both go in and have a great shot at getting road wins in Game 1 of the next series. Cavaliers
knew they were traveling for Game 7. They were told, hey, pack for an extended stay because they'll go directly to New York.
And that'll be a happy flight, and then you get to work on New York tomorrow.
110-77 with 7:35 to go. Just utter disappointment here in Detroit as Harden still can't make a three. Swing it out for the Sesser triple. It's good.
That's his third made three. He and Robinson and LeVert, they're 8 for 16. They're benched from three-point range. The starters 3 for 15 from 3.
And Schroeder loses it off his foot, out of bounds. They're going to take a look at that one. Challenge on the play was called out of bounds off of Schroeder. 7:04 to go. Fourth quarter in Game 7.
Challenge on the out of bounds decision.
I've been everywhere, man, looking for someone who can please me, love me all night long. I've been everywhere, man, looking for you, babe, searching for you, baby. Where have you been? 'Cause I never see you out. Are you hiding from me? Yeah. Somewhere in the crowd.
Replay has determined that prior to the out-of-bounds decision, there was an approximate foul committed by Thompson. Therefore, this is a common foul assessed Thompson. Cleveland's ball on the sideline. Please reset. The shot clock at 14. That is a successful challenge. And they have an additional challenge.
They won't worship it. ATL, City Girls. Ladies in the house tonight if you ready. You say that you want good love. Girl, I can give it to you. Wanna lay you down, make you fall in love. All the freaky things that I can do. I can freak you to the morning. Get on top and ride on it. 80 ways I keep you. I'm a man on a mission. I'm a man on a mission. I don't need no permission. I'm a
The question that was hovering around Donovan Mitchell, could he lead his team to a conference finals? Well, we're getting the answer tonight here in Detroit. The Cavaliers are up 30 on the Pistons. Mitchell has put up 26 points. He's dished out 7 assists, 5 rebounds. He has not turned the ball over. Scoring numbers have been outstanding in the postseason for Donovan Mitchell. And tonight, he has answered the bell.
I just love how under control he has played against this game, against what's normally a good defensive team. I'm going to quit talking about guys. I talked about Duncan Robinson, he turned it over.
Yeah.
We talk about Mitchell, and he misses 2 shots, 3 shots.
And a foul is called, which means more free throws for Cleveland. They are 25 of 40. It'll be Evan Mobley going to the free throw line with 6:43 to play in the fourth.
Well, look, Detroit gave up the most free throw attempts in the league throughout the year. They were able to get away with that because that kind of physical defense also created a lot of turnovers. But when you give up 41 and 42 now on this free throw attempts and you've only created 10 turnovers and only have 6 steals, the math's not going to work for you, even when a team is shooting this poorly at the free throw line.
1 out of 2 for Mobley. Terrific numbers for him, and came out right out of the gate very strong. Scored on the first possession, had an aggressive mindset throughout. Pull-up jump, Sesser can't get it to drop, puts it inside. Mobley gets the block on Duren.
But even at the start of the game, he got off to Donovan Mitchell got him going.
The 3 ball for Strus. 114-80. Cleveland. Cunningham can't answer. 0 of 7 from 3-point range. Another one for Strus? No.
And Cunningham came in shooting 43% from 3 in the playoffs, 48% from 3 in this series.
Strus just took exception to the takedown by Thompson, had something to say. Officials, assistant coaches, staff members, all getting in between.
I mean, we've seen this at the end of a lot of playoff games over the years where the frustration sets in. Detroit coming home for Game 7. It's been a frustrating day, and things start to boil over.
So Strus got up right away, put his finger into the chest of Thompson. Remember, Max Strus missed the first 67 games of the season with a broken left foot. And the officials now getting together to discuss this.
A technical foul has been assessed to Max Strus.
So technical foul has been called on Strus. Personal foul was called on Thompson. So the Pistons are going to get a free throw after the technical. Cunningham will shoot it. Still have 5:51 to go here.
It's just unfortunate that such a great season for the Pistons is going to end in this manner.
What's going to be your takeaway from Detroit this season?
Well, look, you said it to start. They went from 14 wins 2 years ago. Nobody thought this was coming this year, 60 wins. If you would have said at the beginning of the year to anyone in the Pistons organization, hey, we'll give you getting to Game 7 of the second round of the playoffs, they would have definitely taken it. Here's the season recap, 60 wins. You beat Orlando in the first round, coming back from 3-1 down. You got 2 All-Stars. I mean, this has been a magnificent season for the Pistons. Their fans applauding Cade Cunningham as he comes off. It's just too bad that it has to end like this. Anybody who's been in coaching a long time or playing has been through something similar, and it feels awful.
Ron Holland, the second, now in the game for Detroit. Sasser drives and kicks for Holland. The spin and the rejection by Mobley. Mitchell, the low dribble, saves it for Strus. And Mitchell will get up off the floor. And a timeout taken. I think Kenny Atkinson may now take the starters out.
Once Donovan Mitchell hit the floor, Kenny was like, oh my gosh, let's get him out of the game.
5:24 to go. It's all Cleveland.
You make me this, bring me up, bring me down, play sweet, make me move like a freak. Mr. Saxo beat makes me this, brings me up, brings me down, play sweet, makes me move like a freak. Mr. Saxo, you make me this, bring me up, bring me down.
116-81. The Cavaliers on top of the Detroit Pistons. I think Donovan Mitchell is going back on the floor. After the game, stick around for NBA Nightcap, presented by Patron. Taylor Rooks, Dirk Nowitzki, Steve Nash, Blake Griffin, Udonis Haslem, Donovan Mitchell will join them live. Conference Finals preview and Dirk's final end of the road. So
Well,
James Harden will sit.
Well, his final end of the road for this year.
For this year.
Well, let's not make like Dirk's gone.
No, it's just a segment.
It's so final.
Merrill misses on a 3. Final end of the road this season.
Okay, good. We want to make sure everyone knows Dirk Nowitzki himself is not at the end of the road.
You understand it's him singing.
I do. I just want to make sure we understand.
I think we do now.
Dirk is, he's going to be back.
Tolu Smith III gets the bucket. And he knocks it away, creating a turnover. Holland lost it for a moment. Holland lines it up and buries the triple. Chaz Lanier also in the game for Detroit.
These were not guys that anyone expected to see on the floor in Game 7 here at home.
Mitchell lobs it up and put down by Mobley.
And they're being told to take a foul here so they can get these guys out of the game.
And Mitchell will take the foul, and that will get him to the quota. Cavaliers fans rejoice.
And they're shooting free throws, so these guys will have to delay coming into the game. Craig Porter Jr., Jalen Tyson, Thomas Bryant, and Keon Ellis, all good players in their own right. It's a very deep Cleveland team. Cleveland, 4 guys with 20-plus points tonight. Mitchell leading the way with 26, but Allen and Merrill with 23, Mobley with 21. Just obviously a dominant outing at both ends. They played harder, they played better. Clearly the better team, and hopefully sets up a great series between Cleveland and New York in the conference finals.
It's going to be the 3 seed and the 4 seed for the right to play for the NBA championship. Keon Ellis in, Thomas Bryant in, Craig Porter Jr. in.
I don't think we've been very good luck for the home team in this last week of our run this year, Ryan. I mean, the other night, San Antonio blowing out Minnesota in Minneapolis, and then tonight, Cleveland taking it to Detroit here. It's not us, is it?
Stan, I don't know if you got the memo. We play no role whatsoever.
Okay.
We just show up at the games, and then the games happen.
Okay, all right.
Our presence does not dictate.
I've seen you jinx a lot of shooters, so I was just worried that maybe we're jinxing the home team.
Yes, that's just your defense mechanism because you jinxed 8 different players tonight over the course of the action.
I did. I really feel like these guys were not helping me out tonight. I mean, Donovan Mitchell had an unbelievable night. I start to praise him. He misses 3 shots on 1 possession.
Naquan Tomlin in the game as well for Cleveland. For the final 3:28.
Naquan Tomlin, the only American-born player in the NBA who did not play high school basketball.
Tyson, the jumper doesn't go. So the #1 seed in the Eastern Conference will be out in the Eastern Conference semifinals, losing at home in a Game 7. Pistons won 60 games this season. They were trying to advance to the conference finals for the first time since '08 as Bryant misses on the jumper, rebounded by Smith.
So both of the top seeds in the East went out losing Game 7s at home. Boston losing to Philadelphia in the first round in Game 7.
Jenkins is fouled, 2:39 mark. All right, time to look ahead. Cavaliers and Knicks. What strikes you immediately about these two teams matching up?
Well, first thing is, you see that the Knicks won 2 out of 3. Both were in Madison Square Garden, both before the James Harden trade was made. So Harden only played in the February game, and the Cavs won that one by 15 at home. So, but that's 3 months ago now. And so I don't know, you can put a lot into that. Two of the best offensive teams in the league. New York has been outstanding defensively over the second half of the season and into the playoffs. Cleveland will have to play this kind of defense, what we saw tonight, but haven't seen enough from them. They're going to have to play that kind of defense, I think, to get past New York, who's playing at a really, really high level. But gosh, do we have some great matchups to watch. Donovan Mitchell and Jalen Brunson will provide plenty of entertainment. Karl Anthony Towns playing at a very, very high level, but as is Evan Mobley and Jared Allen both. We've got great matchups coming up in that one.
Let's get more from Cassidy.
Yeah, guys, and the Cavaliers believe experience matters here. Not only have they experienced the adversity of winning 2 7-game series, Cleveland actually has the most playoff experience of any team still left in the postseason. The Cavs' top 8 rotation players have a combined 558 career playoff games, 92 more than the next closest team. You can feel it where that experience shows up, whether it's James Harden with 187 playoff games alone, Max Strus bringing finals experience and emotional edge, or veterans like Dennis Schroeder, settling or adding to pressure moments. So Cleveland believes this is the best prepared this core has been for a stage like this, which is their first conference finals since LeBron James was a Cav, guys.
Yep, but something for NBA fans to look forward to with San Antonio and Oklahoma City in the Western Conference Finals. Smith gets the bucket on the inside, and Cleveland and New York in the Eastern Conference Finals.
Well, and you hope guys like Mobley, Allen, Donovan Mitchell remember the 2023 first round whooping that New York gave them, where they absolutely punked them on the glass and everywhere else. You hope that is in their memory and they want to change those fortunes.
Turnover with just over a minute to go. Porter drives. Bryant loses it, gets it back. Couldn't finish initially. And now Porter will get the bucket. Ball window dressing right now with just under a minute to play. 120-94.
And that's the most, not only the most points they've scored in the series, but the most paint points now they have scored in the series. They just dominated Detroit in the effort areas tonight.
Ellis cashes in from long range. 50% from the field for Cleveland, 36% for Detroit.
All right, and I have no prediction for the Eastern Conference Finals, but I do have a prediction looking at the Cleveland fans that there will be a few alcoholic beverages drunk on the ride home to Cleveland tonight.
You know this is a fact, or
No,
you're
that's just
speculating?
my prediction.
Got it.
Yeah, I'm prescient.
Cavaliers will dribble out the clock. And this topsy-turvy series belongs to Cleveland. A blowout Game 7 win in Detroit to advance to the Eastern Conference Finals. They get there for the first time since 2018. Next up, the New York Knicks.
Wow, akhirnya Cleveland berhasil ya
The
ke
Cavaliers
final
get it
guys
done
dengan skor
on the road.
125-94 memenangkan game ke-7
And this
dengan
one was
skor
over
Cleveland
early.
It's just such an
menang ya di
interesting end to
4-3
this
ya.
series where
Luar
the
biasa guys.
last
Kita
two
berikan
games
applause
of a
dulu.
very competitive series.
Nanti kita akan live lagi untuk
Game 6, Detroit
seri
beat Cleveland by
final juga.
21 points,
Pasti kita
and
akan
the
live lagi.
Cavaliers respond in a big way.
Oke, thank you so much sudah nonton, dan gua Joy Jin pamit. Sampai ketemu lagi di match berikutnya. Thank you, selamat pagi. Bye guys.
In the history of the NBA, then you come in here with one of the biggest Game 7 road wins in NBA history. A very strange series, but Cleveland moves on. It should be a great Eastern Conference final.
And Donovan Mitchell has done